what I discovered after 4 years, going to 5 years, or 5 years, going to 5 years now of living in Gambia. Yeah, so a lot of people are thinking of moving to Africa, and a lot of people are thinking about where is the best country to go and live. You know, no one person can really provide such an information because everybody have their own taste, their own lifestyle, their own budget, their own challenges, you know. So what might work for us in Gambia might not work for somebody else. You know, maybe their place is Kenya, maybe their place is Ghana. However, if you're thinking of moving to Africa and Gambia is one place that you're considering, then maybe this video will be helpful to you. So what I've learned after living 4 years, going to 5 years in the Gambia, if you don't know who I am, my name is AP. My wife and I, Queen Jody, made a life-changing move to the Gambia 4.5 years ago. Almost 4.5 years now. Yeah, rainy season is going to be 4.5 years. Yeah. Since then, we have explored real estate, collaborate with some of the best, I would say, in real estate here in the Gambia. Yeah, shout out to Swami India. This is not an advertisement for them, but we did partner with them, and this is their building right there, you see. Don't know if you can see the Swami India name on the building. This is their office right here. You know, and we also partnered with a lot of upcoming companies too to do marketing. We've inspired and trained a lot of people who then go on to start their own real estate companies in the Gambia because of the knowledge that we impart to them. So we've been around. We've been around doing real estate, you know, and we enjoy it. Right now, we take on some private projects of, you know, advising and helping some people to accomplish their dream. Like, you know, some people want to build their house and their fence. They contact us, they ask if we can help, and we have been doing so thus far, you know, assisting them to accomplishing their goals in building their fence or their houses. Yeah, shout out to those people. All right, what I have learned, because the Queen are there now, but I think we share the same sentiment when it comes to this, is that whatever you want, you can achieve it. You understand? When you don't let people manipulate or make you live life the way they want you to live life, you will have your peace. I think sometimes when we move to a country, let's say when people move to the Gambia or any other African country, they are afraid that they cannot integrate well enough because it's a new country. They're not used to, you know, the lifestyle, the culture, so they need somebody to help them. The reality is, all you need is your common sense. You don't need anybody to help you with anything. You just need to know what works for you, pay attention, and align yourself to what works for you. You understand? Yeah. I would say we've seen a lot of people depend on other people and end up fail. You know, people give them wrong idea or wrong advice as to what they can do for business or where's the best place for them to live and all that stuff. And then, you know, they meet in problems and that person jump ship and leave them. So a lot of that happen as well. So you have to know what works for you. Find what works for you and just push forward even if it seems challenging, you know, because not because you are moving to another country mean that life is going to be easier. Actually, life is going to be a lot more challenging. That's the next thing. Expect things to be challenging. Oh, my camera is jumpy. Expect things to be challenging because it's a new country, it's a new culture, it's a new life, it's a new everything, new language. It's not the same, so you're definitely going to have challenges. Yeah, but you can overcome them. Yeah, you can overcome them in time if you really focus on number one, what you want, you know, and know that it takes time to achieve what you want, but it's possible. For me, when we got here, my wife and I, we were struggling a lot. Yes, we were. If you guys watch any of those videos that we put out, if you were here around that time, you would see the numerous videos that we put out when we didn't even have a house, or when we were sleeping on the floor, you know, or when we didn't have any food. We made videos, though we never beg anything or whatever. We did make videos to show you guys that things was not easy, and things is not easy, or were not easy. You understand? But those challenges, we go through them and we never cry, because it was our decision to follow the calling and move to Africa. You understand? So you have to just understand that there's challenges. So it's like that. Next thing, what we've learned is that even if somebody have their own culture and their own belief and their own way of doing things, don't mean that you have to change yourself to fit in. But it's important for you to learn about that culture, that belief, that way of life that people live. You know, Africa is not like America or any other country that people may know. And so the way how people live here, the way how people see things here, is not the same as how they do it in Jamaica. As much as it's similar, but it's not the same. You understand what I'm saying? Life in Jamaica and life in Gambia is different. Some things that slide in Gambia will never slide in Jamaica. Some things that slide in Jamaica will never slide in Gambia, if you understand what I mean. So it's a different environment, different culture, different lifestyle, you know? Yeah. So you have to hold on to what is good, what you know, but you also have to make sure that you learn as much as possible in terms of integration. You understand? Yeah. You have to learn as much as possible when it comes to integrating yourself into society, because you cannot be the same as you were where you're coming from, but you must not lose yourself at the same time. It's a gamble. Yeah. You have to hold on to what you know, but you also have to learn new things. That's the right way to say it. You have to learn new things in order to survive and thrive within that new environment where you go. So you're just adding, you're not throwing away. It's never about throwing away what you know and what you are. It's about adding to it. And that's something that we've learned, that you have to add. You cannot move back to Africa or move to Africa and say, you know, I don't want. You must want, because that's the requirements to live there. In order for you to take a flight from US or UK to anywhere, you need a visa sometimes, you need a passport sometimes, I guess. But you definitely need plane ticket. You must have it, as you cannot travel, right? Alright, then it's the same. For any country you go, whether it's Ghana, whether it's Gambia, there's a requirement, and you must fulfill that requirement before you actually have success in that place. So that's the same thing. Next thing that we've learned is that always have a way to sustain yourself. Sustainability is important, you know, but I would not advise to go and start restaurants, you know, and certain things that people don't use every day. There's too much restaurants here. Try and find something that Gambians want if you're building a business in Gambia, and make it like affordable for them. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you cannot do that, you're going to struggle. I see a lot of people open mostly restaurants, and those restaurants get flopped because what they're selling there is not what people are interested in. Wait, we have cut off other side there. Yeah, there were kids crossing the street. So what they're selling is not what, like, you know, local food. There's a local restaurant here called Caddy Caddy. Only sell local food, and it always sold out every day. People go and buy there, spending lots of money there, you know, on a daily basis. So you have to figure out what is it that people want. You know, some people come and go into real estate, that's fine. Some people create real estate companies and all kind of stuff, that is not a problem too, because it's not just catering to Gambians, it's also catering to people like themselves, which is a good idea, you know. Yes, once the opportunity is there to make the money and it's going to be less hassling for you, then you pursue that. It's like that. Yeah, I hope you guys are full enjoying the video. If you're full enjoying the video thus far, give this video a thumbs up. Definitely tell a friend about it. Yo, I'm driving to see my mechanic, so I said let me do this video. Yeah, the next thing I would say is keep yourself to yourself. Not too much, but enough. Don't share your business. Don't share how much money you make. Don't share certain things with certain people. You know, being nice is okay, but exposing yourself is another situation, right? Exposing yourself is another thing. Stop exposing yourself to people. Don't let people know everything about you and what you have and what you can do. Not even locals, no one. Keep your ideas and your plans to yourself. Else somebody might just sabotage you and take it. Just understand that this is just the reality of life in Africa. No matter where, Gambia, anywhere you go. People want to change their lives, you know. And when you're coming with your ideas that are life-changing, then what you think are going to happen? They're going to take it from you. Oh. So you have to be mindful, you know, about how you share certain things. If you're sharing something, make sure that it's something that you want to share and it's not a problem for you if somebody take it. You understand what I mean? Yo, so it's like that. So try to limit certain things, you know, not just nobody too much. Yeah. The next thing I would say is build a house. I know before I was saying don't, because what I was seeing is that people cannot get access to excuse me, contractors that can do the job, you know. So they were struggling a lot. They were struggling a lot when it comes to building their houses. You understand? So I would say build your house, because when you build your house, you eradicate something called rent. And right now renting is not bad. I wouldn't say renting is horrible, but the way how the business is going, if you guys don't watch the video I did trying to advise property owners about this agent that are in the Gambia that are doing this unfair deal to clients, you know, charging something called agent fee when the client and them never had any agreement about any agent fee, you know. So I explain everything in that video. I will not talk about it right now, but check it out. It's on the channel, or you can look in this description. Let me see if I can link it in this description. You can see it. Yeah, but rental properties are everywhere. Look at this one here. All of this is rental property, rental units. You understand? So people are building them and people are renting them. It's a nice way to generate revenue. But anyways, build a house and live, because you eradicate rent. That 200,000, that 300,000 that you're going to spend per month, per year, you understand? You can put that towards building a house for yourself. Even if you rent for a short period of time, let's say you rent for a short period of time, make sure to build a house in that short period of time that you're renting. So, you know, rent past certain years, like we live in a Gambia 4 years, we have to rent, because, you know, we never come here with anything, so we have to work our way up still. You understand? So you rent and you bill if you can possibly do that. As I said, if you want to do that, reach out to me and we will definitely assist you in any way possible that we can. You understand? Yo. But instead of renting, build. That's what I would say. Yeah, I mean, I think I have shared a lot of information with you guys. If you guys want to talk to me more about building in Gambia, you know, buying lands, or just the whole transition process of, you know, how you prepare yourself in a way, yeah, we don't mind doing consultations, but only consultations, guys. So, to be honest, I don't have the time. I'm a very busy person right now, and it's like that. You know, sometimes people will send me email, I don't see it on time. This is why I recommend booking consultations, because we make more time for people who book consultations. Most of the other time, we give free information on this platform to help people as much as possible, real estate, and even some ideas of how life is for us here, because we can only share from our experience and what we see, you know. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, tell a friend about it, and make sure to join me again for another upload. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Love ya.
Giving up, do them a find me not stopping, not giving up. Man, have to stand up well tall and live it up. When them things say me small, when me big enough.